Hello everyone, good morning and welcome back. This is Dina Muhammad. Today we are going to continue Unit 8. As you know, we've started it last session and I'll try to finish it with you this time or this session. زي ما انتوا عارفين احنا بدأنا Unit 8 المرة اللي فاتت أو المحاضرة اللي فاتت أو الفيديو اللي فات. النهاردة إن شاء الله نحاول نخلصها. As usual عندنا اختبار بعد كل فيديو. There is a quiz after each video. It is posted on our groups بيتبعت على جروباتنا and you will find it also here in the description box below this video. هتلاقوه كمان في صندوق الوصف اللي تحت الفيديو ده عشان لو في حد بيتشتت أو بيتوه من الجروبات على طول توجهوا لليوتيوب وشوفوا وصف الفيديو هتلاقوا فيه اللينك على طول بدون أي احتياج للجروبس. This is number one. I thought about adding something that will make our Zoom sessions more beneficial. فكرت في إضافة جزئية كده بسيطة ممكن تخلي محاضرات الزوم بتاعتنا. طبعا احنا عندنا محاضرة زوم كل أسبوع يوم السبت من كل أسبوع الساعة 10 مساء. Starting from the next session بداية من السيشن اللي جاية هيكون التدريب على محتوى الفيديوهين آخر فيديوهين فقط. يعني هنمشي بقى بالنظام اللي هو آخر فيديوهين. الشيء الجديد اللي احنا هنضيفه انه اسمعوا الفيديو ده للآخر. هيكون فيه تاسك مهمة اللي هو موضوع ان انتوا to prepare it تحضروه to be able to talk about it in our session. عايزين بقى شوية نحفز. احنا دلوقتي بندرس في يونت 8 فالمفروض ان احنا نتدرب اكتر على السبيكينج away from reading بعيدا عن اننا نقرأ بس كده الconversations. So I wanted to be يعني عايزة اخليه بالنسبة لكم ان هو افيد. فهيكون في جزء زي ما قلت لكم كده في المحاضرة هنحدد فيه موضوع معين او topic معين. هقول لكم جهزوا نفسكم 5 جمل 6 جمل عن التوبيك ده ان انتوا تتكلموا عنه بدون ما تقرأوا. to express yourself تعبروا عن نفسكم. بس let's start it right now and let's kick it off by revising some vocabulary. خلونا نعمل كده warming up بمراجعة بعض الكلمات اللي درسناها مع بعض. Who sweeps, vacuums and wash floors? Sweep I'm sorry. sweep اللي هي بيكنس بالمكنسة أو بالمقشة العادية طبعا اللي هي البروم العادية خالص. بروم. vacuums اللي هو بيستخدم الفاكيوم اللي هي المكنسة الكهربائية. vacuums and wash floors and washes floors طبعا بيمسح الأرضيات. janitor, yes, he is the janitor. Here we come to the conversation. في حاجة كده بنسميها exposure to language. exposure to language يعني التعرض للغة. يعني إني أسمع conversation أو أسمع التكست أو الأوديو من native speakers without reading the script بدون ما أكون بقرأ النص اللي مكتوب قدامي. This is what we call exposure to language. إني بختبر نفسي بعود نفسي وبعرض نفسي للغتهم بدون ما يكون معايا السكريبت أو الكلام اللي مكتوب. And this improves your listening skill a lot. ده طبعا حاجة من الحاجات اللي بتحسن جدا listening skills. طيب to be focused or to be more focused while listening to the conversation علشان تكون مركز أكتر وانت بتسمع conversation. I'll give you some questions that will help you to listen to find the answer for these questions or to find the answers for these questions. يعني عشان نكون مركزين أكتر في بقى طريقة كده وآلية بنتبعها إن إحنا بنقول أسئلة على الconversation so that helps you to be focused while listening to the conversation. ده بيساعدك إن أنت تكون مركز وأنت بتسمع الconversation لأنك بتدور على إجابة سؤال معين. Okay, but to start or to kick it off, I just want to tell you that this is a conversation between two girls, Jordan and Elijah, about her brother's job. بيتكلموا عن وظيفة أخوها. So we have 4 questions here. Listen to answer these questions. Try to take it seriously. حاولوا تركزوا كويس جدا تسمعوا to be focused زي ما قلت لكم، تكونوا concentrating مركزين جدا وانتوا بتسمعوا to find the answers for these questions. Question number 1. Where does Elijah's brother work? Number 2. What's his job? Number 3. What other person works there? مين الشخص تاني كمان اللي بيشتغل في نفس المكان؟ So from the questions we know that there are 2 persons working in the same place. من الأسئلة أصلا أنا عرفت بعض الحاجات عن المحادثة، وهي إنه في 2 persons، في شخصين بيشتغلوا في نفس المكان، وبيسألني على وظيفة الشخص الثاني. Listen carefully.
Exercise 3. Conversation. What does he do? Listen and practice.
Where does your brother work? In a hotel. Oh, really? My brother works in a hotel too. He's an accountant. How does he like it? He hates it. He doesn't like the manager. That's too bad. What hotel does he work for? The Plaza. That's funny. My brother works there too. Oh, that's interesting. What does he do? Actually, he's the manager.
Okay, have you noticed anything? لاحظتوا حاجة؟ Both persons work in the same hotel. هي الأخين بيشتغلوا في نفس الهوتيل. One works as, who remembers؟ مين لقطها بسرعة؟ One of them works as an accountant who doesn't like his job، اللي ما بيحبش already his job، ما بيحبهاش because he hates the manager، لأنه بيكره المدير. And unfortunately the manager is her friend's brother. طلع المانجر أو المدير هو بقى أخو صاحبتها. We are going to listen one more time. هنسمع مرة واحدة كمان بس while reading the script. هنسمع ونشوف السكريبت.
Page 51. Exercise 3. Conversation. What does he do? Listen and practice.
Where does your brother work? In a hotel. Oh, really? My brother works in a hotel too. He's an accountant. How does he like it? He hates it. He doesn't like the manager. That's too bad. What hotel does he work for? The Plaza. That's funny. My brother works there too. Oh, that's interesting. What does he do? Actually, he's the manager.
Okay, so one of them works as an accountant. واحد فيهم بيشتغل محاسب, an accountant, and the other one is working as the manager. What I want you to notice here, الحاجة اللي عايزاكم تلاحظوها جدا, الانتونيشن. شوفوا نغمة الصوت ازاي بتطلع وبتنزل في المحادثة. مش ماشية كلها برتم واحد أو بنغمة واحدة طول المحادثة، لا، في intonation، في صوت بيعلى وصوت بينخفض. خدوا بالكم جدا من الحاجات اللي ممكن استخدمها في الكونفرسيشن. عشان كده المنهج ده زي ما قلت لكم بنسميه conversational English. المفروض أي محادثة بتقابلنا احنا بناخد منها الاكسبريشنز أو الستارترز أو الكونكتورز اللي بتساعدني إني أعمل المحادثة دي بعد كده by myself بدون ما أقرأها. For example, here we have oh really. لما حد يقول لك معلومة بالنسبة لك يعني it's new information أو new piece of information، معلومة جديدة بالنسبة لك. So you say oh really, oh really. So the intonation is going up here. الانتونيشن بيرتفع هنا لأنه oh really. Okay, because it's a question. Of course, here we have another thing which is actually الحقيقة، يعني كأني بقول له حقيقة. Actually, this is also one of the starters that we can use in our conversations. ومهمة جدا الحاجات دي لما باجي أعمل conversation حقيقية. طيب نشوف شوية grammar في المحادثة دي. ليه هنا استخدمت does? Why did I use does here? Because I'm asking about Your brother means he. اتفقنا he و she و it في ال simple present بستخدم معاهم does. So where does your brother work? Because your brother means he. So I say where does he work? هراجع عليهم تاني لأني لاحظت في الامتحان اللي بعد اليونت اللي بعد الفيديو اللي فات انه كان في اخطاء في الموضوع ده. لسه في ناس مش قادره تفرق بين do و does وامتى استخدم do وامتى استخدم does. My brother works. Here I said works because my brother means he. نفس الشيء لأنه my brother معناها he فبقول he works in a hotel too. How does he like it? ده expression كده بستخدمه لما أكون بقول هو يعني إيه، هو هل بيحب شغلانته دي، هل بيحب وظيفته دي ولا لأ. How does he like it؟ طبعا استخدمت does عشان بسأل عن he hates it. He hates it. طيب عشان أنفي simple present مع he هقول he doesn't like the manager. He doesn't like the manager. Okay? My brother works there too. That's interesting. Take care of the pronunciation of the word interesting. مش بقولها interesting. No, I say it interesting. And that's all about this conversation. The answers for the questions are now clear, I think, for everyone.
8:51.
We are not gonna listen
Exercise
again.
3.
That's enough.
Conversation. What does he do?
That's enough. Of course, in a hotel, what's his job? He's the manager. What other person works there? Jordan's brother also works there, and he's an accountant. Okay. Does Jordan's brother like his job? Of course not. He hates it because he doesn't like the manager. Simple present WH questions شرحناه المرة اللي فاتت وبنعيده لأنه هو يعني بيستخدم كتير جدا جدا في حوارنا بالإنجليش. One of the most common tenses that is used, the most common tenses that are used in our real life conversations. That's why we repeat it a lot. Okay? So let's listen. وباي ذا واي عايزه اقول لكم حاجه، القواعد عموما دراسه القواعد بتعتمد اكتر على اني I listen to the tense itself or I listen to sentences using the tense or the studied grammar rule. اللي بيساعدني اكتر وانا بدرس القواعد اني اسمع على قد ما اقدر خلاص وداني بتتعود اصلا على الاكسبريشن بدون ما اعرف القاعده. يعني لو سمعت كتير جدا هعرف انه ما ينفعش اقول what do he، لا لازم اقول what does he. ما ينفعش اقول he like، لازم اقول he likes. هتلاقوها بتيجي بالسمع. Let's listen to these questions with their answers as a matter of practice or as a kind of practice.
Page 52. Exercise 4. Grammar focus. Simple present WH questions.
Where do you work?
In a hospital.
What do you do?
I'm a doctor.
How do you like it?
I really like it.
Where does he work?
In a hotel.
What does he do?
He's a manager.
How does he like it?
It's okay.
Where do they work?
In an office.
What do they do?
They're accountants.
How do they like it?
They hate it.
Now I want you to pause this video and practice reading them. Can you please do this? Because this will help you a lot in speaking. Again and as fast as we can. Simple present WH questions. الأسئلة عن المضارع البسيط. Simple present يعني مضارع بسيط. قلنا فيه yes no questions طبعا في المحاضرات اللي فاتت قلنا في yes no questions وفي WH questions. WH questions اللي هي questions اللي هي ببدأ السؤال ب what ماذا when متى where أين، وبيجي بعدها do أو does كفعل مساعد as an auxiliary verb كفعل مساعد، فبقول do بتيجي مع I we و they و you، does بتيجي مع he و she و it، and then we have the subject الفاعل بيجي بعد do أو does، and then we have the main verb. طبعا في هنا two verbs، في فعلين، في ال auxiliary verb الفعل المساعد وفي ال main verb اللي هو الفعل الأساسي يأكل يشرب يمشي whatever. So let's make a question. What do طبعا we هي subject. What do we have for dinner for example. What do we have for dinner. طب لو عايزة أخليها خليها what does he have for dinner. الشيء الأساسي والمهم إنه طالما استخدمت do أو does أو don't أو doesn't في النفي بعدهم لازم الفعل يجي في المصدر. ما ينفعش أقول what does he speaks or what does he works. That's totally wrong. غلط. لازم بعد do does don't doesn't خلاص فعل بنسميه infinitive أو سادة من غير زيادة. خلاص خلصنا، احنا حطينا does بتعبر عن الاس. So I don't need to add an s to the main verb. ومش محتاجين ان احنا نضيف s للmain verb. Okay? I'm going to skip this part because we are going to answer it together in the session. Here we have a pronunciation exercise. طبعا تدريبات النطق في المنهج ده من الحاجات المهمة جدا. في حاجة اتكلمنا عنها كتير في المحاضرات اللي فاتت اسمها reduction. يعني ايه reduction اللي هو الاختزال. ده بقى اللي بيخلي النيتيف speakers انت تشعر وانت بتسمعهم you feel like they are speaking so fast. انت بتحس ان هم بيتكلموا fast بسرعة جدا because of the reduction. يعني ايه reduction اللي هو الاختزال، يعني يقصر الكلمة يخطفها بسرعة جدا ما يطولهاش. هنا بيتكلم عن reduction of do. طبعا do is an auxiliary verb فعل مساعد يعمل أو يقوم، وممكن تيجي كفعل أساسي I do my homework أنا بعمل واجبي، فهي it's a verb. بس مرات they make reduction while they pronounce this word or this verb. بيعملوا reduction فمش بيقولوها do بيقولوها do. For example, where do you work? Where do you work? Where do you work? ما قلتش where do you work? No, I said where do you work? Where do you work? For example, what do you do? شوفوا الفرق بقى بين الاتنين. لاحظوا الفرق بين do هنا و do هنا. دي بحولها لحاجة اسمها شوا. الأو دي مش بنطقها أو أبدا، بحولها لحاجة اسمها شوا وبخطفها بسرعة جدا في النطق. بقول what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? الأخيرة عادي طويلة زي ما هي، والأولى هي اللي بخليها شوا. What do you do? Where do they work? Where do they work? Where do they work? Do they? What do they work? What do they do? What do they do? الأخيرة طبعا بطولها أكتر. Let's listen to this from native speakers and please I want you to pause this video after listening. بعد ما نسمع please I want you to pause وقف الفيديو and try to repeat. حاولوا تكرروا okay؟ حتى لو هتوقف بعد كل جملة وتكرر، لأنه that's how it works. هي دي الطريقة اللي بيشتغل بيها الموضوع، إنه I repeat, I record myself saying the sentence. Okay? So let's go.
Page 52. Exercise 5. Pronunciation. Reduction of do. Listen and practice. Notice the reduction of do.
Where do you work? What do you do? Where do they work? What do they do?
Okay, now you can pause and repeat. Here we have snapshots. Listen and practice. There are some jobs here. Try to listen carefully. I'm going to ask you about the names of the jobs, and I'm going to ask you about the adjectives that were used to describe these jobs. هنسأل عن أسماء الوظائف اللي هنسمعها في listening أو في الأوديو ده، وهنسأل عن adjectives الصفات, the adjectives that were used to describe these jobs. Let's go.
Page 53. Exercise 6. Snapshot. Listen and practice. What's your job like?
I'm a lawyer at a big law firm. It's difficult and really stressful. I don't like my job much. I'm a photographer for a local newspaper. I love my job. It's not easy, but it's fun.
I'm a software engineer. My job is okay. It's easy and pretty relaxing, but it isn't boring. I'm a pilot for a small airline. It's a little dangerous, but very exciting. I like my job a lot.
Okay, that's great. Now, here we go. Now, what are the jobs mentioned? إيه الوظائف اللي ذكرناها هنا؟ lawyer, محامي, photographer. And I want you to take care of the pronunciation of this word because there is a mispronunciation for it. في خطأ شائع في نطقها بنقولها photographer, but it's not pronounced like this لأن الsyllable stress أو الستريس فيها على المقطع اللي في النص ده فبقولها photographer. software engineer اللي هو software engineer المهندس طبعا software pilot. So these are the four jobs. دي الوظائف الأربعة. When we ask about the adjectives people use to describe their jobs, can you please think with me? ممكن نفكر مع بعض? Yes, they used some adjectives like difficult, stressful, easy, stressful طبعا يعني ضاغطة بتسبب لي ضغط من كلمة stress يعني ضغط. easy طبعا سهلة. relaxing سهلة برضو. boring مملة. dangerous خطيرة. dangerous exciting ممتعة أو مشوقة. So here we are dealing with nouns and adjectives, okay? But before we go to nouns and adjectives, we have a conversation. عندنا محادثة كمان. Paula and Jack are talking about their jobs. في بنت وولد بيتكلموا عن وظائفهم. Let's expose ourselves to this conversation without reading the script. خلونا نعرض نفسنا للمحادثة دي بدون ما نقرأ السكريبت. Try to understand as much as you can. Tell me, what does Paula do? Tell me what Paula does. Okay, tell me about her job. قولوا لي هي بتشتغل ايه. Let's listen.
Page 53. Exercise 7. Conversation. It's a dangerous job. Listen and practice. Hey, Paula. I hear you have a new job.
Yes, I'm teaching math at Lincoln High School.
How do you like it?
It's difficult, but the students are terrific. How are things with you?
Not bad. Guess what? I'm a firefighter now.
Really? Wow. How do you like it?
It's a dangerous job, but it's really interesting. I love it.
Okay, but please be careful.
Okay, have you got it? Yes, of course, she's a math teacher. Math, مدرسة رياضيات. She's a math teacher. Okay, now we are going to listen again to the conversation. Of course, the other person, who is Jack, he's working as a firefighter, and he described his job as a dangerous one, but he likes it because it's interesting for him. Now let's listen again while looking at the script. دلوقتي نسمع بقى واحنا بنشوف السكريبت.
Page 53. Exercise 7. Conversation. It's a dangerous job. Listen and practice. Hey, Paula. I hear you have a new job.
Yes, I'm teaching math at Lincoln High School.
How do you like it?
It's difficult, but the students are terrific. How are things with you?
Not bad. Guess what? I'm a firefighter now.
Really? Wow. How do you like it?
It's a dangerous job, but it's really interesting. I love it.
Okay, but please be careful.
Okay, so let's first look at the expressions that we can use in a conversation. خلونا أول شيء نشوف expressions الحاجات اللي ممكن نستخدمها في conversation في محادثات. For example, we have guess what. شفتوا قالتها ازاي؟ or قالها ازاي؟ guess what. خمني. Yeah, this is a good starter for a conversation or for a sentence in a conversation. Guess what? I'm a firefighter now. كمان هي قالت really, wow. I want you just to concentrate with the intonation. عايزاكم تركزوا جدا مع الانتونيشن. ده نفس السؤال بيتكرر. هل يعني قد ايه انت بتحب وظيفتك؟ How do you like it? How do you like it? في هنا كمان connector حاجة بتربط الجملتين ببعض اللي هي but ولكن. It's a dangerous job. هي وظيفة خطيرة. Dangerous job. But it's really interesting. I love it. Okay? But please be careful. So, of course, now we know that she works as a math teacher at Lincoln High School, and he works as a firefighter. He likes his job, although it's a little bit dangerous. بيحب وظيفته بالرغم من إنها خطيرة. It's interesting in his point of view. Now I'll take you through the last part in this video or in this session. نروح مع بعض لآخر جزء معانا في الفيديو ده. It's about something that is related to grammar. حاجة مرتبطة شوية بالقواعد أو بالgrammar. Look at these two sentences and tell me whether there is a difference between them or not. شوفوا الجملتين وقولوا لي هل في فرق بينهم في المعنى ولا لا. I have a great job. عندي وظيفة عظيمة. I have a great job. The second one, my job is great. Is there any difference in the meaning of the two sentences? Let's see. I have a great job. My job is great. Now I want you to say which word is an adjective. Adjective. This means صفة. The word that is used to describe a noun. الصفة هي الكلمة اللي بستخدمها عشان أوصف اسم. I have a great job. Where's the adjective here? Of course, the word great is an adjective. My job is great. The same thing. The word great is an adjective. So the adjective is a word that is used to describe a noun. الadjective الصفة هي كلمة بستخدمها عشان أوصف بيها الnoun. I have a great job. My job is great. Which word is a noun? إيه بقى الكلمة اللي noun اسم. I have a great job. الوظيفة نفسها هي الاسم. My job is great. Okay. I have a great job and my job is great. خلاص قلنا الadjective والnoun. So what I want you to notice here is the placement of the adjectives. ازاي بحط الصفة في الجملة أو how to use the adjective in a sentence. مكانها the placement of it in a sentence. I can use both ways. أقدر أستخدم طريقة من الطريقتين. أستخدم verb to be اللي احنا اتفقنا قبل كده كتير في المحاضرات اللي فاتت إن هو am أو is أو are. am أو is أو are. خلاص لما نشوف verb to be احنا عارفين إن هو am أو is أو are وعلى حسب الضمير اللي بتكلم عنه. لو بقول I هقول I am. لو بقول he هقول he is. لو بقول we هقول we are. So this is what we call verb to be. استخدم verb to be and then I use the adjective. For example, a doctor's job is stressful. A doctor's job is stressful. وظيفة الدكتور أو الطبيب stressful ضاغطة. A firefighter's job is dangerous. A firefighter's job is dangerous. وظيفة الfirefighter very dangerous. We can use another way to say the same sentences with the same meanings. ممكن استخدم طريقة تانية أقول بيها نفس الجمل وهتديني نفس المعنى بالظبط. There is no difference between them. مفيش أي فرق بينهم هما الاتنين. A doctor has a stressful job. A doctor has a stressful job. الطريقة دي إني بستخدم الادجكتيف بستخدمها قبل النون. لو ملاحظين هنا النون جاء الأول، الوظيفة نفسها الاسم نفسه جاء الأول. A doctor's job is stressful. A firefighter's job is dangerous. And then we have adjective plus noun. Here we have a doctor has a stressful job. Stressful job. استخدمت الادجكتيف الأول وبعدين النون. A firefighter has a dangerous job. So you can use both ways to say the same sentence. بقدر استخدم الطريقتين علشان أقول نفس الشيء. Okay? I think that's clear. إن شاء الله يا ربي that's clear. So this is a reading part. الجزء ده reading part. We are going to take it next video because I don't want this one to be long. I want it to be as short as it can because I want to encourage you to keep going and to continue studying. The part that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, الجزء اللي قلته في بداية الفيديو إنه هيكون عندنا topic بنتكلم عنه في السيشن اللي جاي اللي هو يوم السبت من كل أسبوع على الزوم. It's about a dream job. Let's talk about the dream job. A dream job is someone's idea of a perfect job. It may seem difficult or impossible to achieve. وظيفة أحلامي، حاجة نفسي أعملها، أتمنى أشتغل في الوظيفة دي. It's perfect for me. هي الوظيفة المثالية perfect for me. ممكن تكون حاجة صعب تحقيقها أو مستحيل. But there's nothing impossible. The questions I want you to prepare for the next session. الأسئلة اللي عايزاكم تحضروها. Prepare yourself to answer them without looking at any paper or at any written script. حضروا نفسكم إن أنتوا تجاوبوا على الأسئلة دي. What is the workplace of your dream job? What days do you work? What days do you work? تشتغل قد إيه كم يوم؟ فين المكان؟ What hours do you work؟ كم عدد الساعات اللي بتشتغلها؟ What hours do you work? What do you wear؟ هل بتلبس uniform for example casual clothes ولا formal clothes or what? Just describe your dream job. What do you do exactly in your dream job or in this job? Can you please explain more? What do you do in this job? And what do you like about your dream job? إيه ليه بتحبها؟ ليه الحاجة ليه هي بالنسبة لك your dream job? This part is very important. Please try to prepare yourself to be able to speak fluently without any pauses or stops. And I think that's all for today. Thank you so much. The quiz is going to start at 9 p.m. tonight at 9 p.m. الامتحان إن شاء الله هنعمله النهاردة 9 مساء. But please watch the video before you answer the quiz. حاولوا please اسمعوا الفيديو قبل ما تجاوبوا على الكويز. It's gonna be a little bit longer. الكويز هيبقى أطول شوية من اللي احنا تعودنا عليه. And that's all for today. Thank you so much and goodbye.